Good morning, everybody. I want to talk to you just a second about something that I think affects a lot of us and affects us in ways that way more powerfully than maybe we think, and that is fully forgiving others. Maybe there's somebody in your present, maybe there's somebody in your past that has deeply hurt you, wounded you greatly, and I can't tell you how devastating this can be if we don't forgive, how it affects us physically and our health, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. These things are all interconnected, connected. And I'm not an expert on this subject. I just feel like it's something that I wanted to address and share, because maybe there was a time that you had a really good relationship with God. Maybe you experienced His peace. Maybe you experienced His joy. Maybe you experienced His love flowing through you. And for a long time, there's just been something missing. There's just been a lack of a real powerful connection and with God and maybe some others. And you've struggled along. And so I just can't tell you, maybe there is something to, I'm sure there is something to trauma and how that affects people. And of course, there's something to it in PTSD. And I think we have to find healing for these things. And we need wisdom and discernment, because there's all kinds of things out there on the internet you can find, and some of them are kind of wacky and don't work, but some of them are very powerful. But the main thing is that, and maybe I'll make a future post on this or something, because I just want to make sure that there's no one, past, present, that I haven't fully forgiven. And there's a reason God allows things to happen in our life. There's a reason He would go to the extreme of letting us get hurt by somebody and allowing that. And for those that are called and those that love Him, He will work it out for good, and He will turn it around for good. And ultimately, He wants us to be conformed and transformed into a really clear picture of His Son, to the image of His Son. So something to be thinking about today. Maybe I think there's a lot of people walking around out there today who are being affected in powerful ways and great ways and devastating ways because they haven't fully forgiven someone. And maybe another way of saying it is, at least they've released all bitterness and they're not being controlled by bitterness. One of the big keys is understanding how much all of us have truly been forgiven by God, by a perfect God. We've been fully forgiven. And of course, that's only happened through Jesus Christ and His blood, and for Jesus having to suffer and take upon Himself what we deserved. So God bless you today. I hope you will